mark today's day exactly at 11 a.m. International time. So this is the fifth session of WAC, the Raza Biennale of Asian Poetry. And we'll have poetry reading by Mr. Sitanshu Yashashandra from India, Mr. Cheng Li Yang from Cambodia, Mr. Tongwei Fotishan from Laos, Ms. Hasnik Simonian from Armenia, and Mr. Udayan Vajpayee from India. The session would be chaired by a well-known art critic, director of critical collectives, and a curator, senior curator, Ms. Gayatri Sinha. Ma'am, if we could please have you and the participating poets on the stage.
Go. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
I give you books in the book. You switch on the button. I'll give you the other one.
Good morning and welcome to this Sunday morning session of poetry at the Asian Poetry Biennale. I welcome you all and I thank Ashok Vajpayee and the Raza Foundation for the honor that you've done me by inviting me to this. As an art critic, I'm an interloper in this field, but then I'm also a very keen listener and will go away, I'm sure, deeply enriched. I'll just like to very briefly introduce our 5 speakers of the morning. Each of them will speak for 20 minutes, and then after I'll have a short summation after that. Dr. Sitanshu Yashashandra, who is our first speaker. Sitanshu Yashashandra was born in 1941 in Bhuj, Gujarat. He's a very eminent Gujarati poet, playwright, translator, and academic. He was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award for Gujarati, India's National Academy of Letters, in 1987 for his poetry collection, Jatayu. Subsequently, he was also the recipient of the Padma Shri and the Kalidas Samman. He has written and adapted several plays, such as Thomas Hardy's story, Day After the Fair, as a play, and Vashakti Koyal in Gujarati. His volumes on poetry include Odysseus Nu Halesu, 1974, Jatayu, 1986, and Vakhar, 2008. On my left, Cheng Li Yang, I believe who is the youngest participant in this poetry biennial, born in 1988 in Kandan province in Cambodia and now lives in Phnom Penh. He is associated with the new poetry movement of Cambodia, the young generation, and he plays an active role in a number of poetry projects in Cambodia. Yang plans to publish a bilingual collection of his poems in Khmer and English. Tongwei Fotishan, who writes with the pen name Kalup Sawan, I hope I have that pronounced correctly. He received the SEA Write Award 2004 in Bangkok, Thailand. Tongwei is the director of Anasin, a literary and art magazine, and also Secretary General of the Lao Writers Association. Hasnik Simonian, our young female participant on our morning's panel, born in 1987 in Yerevan, Armenia. She has published 2 collections of poetry, Lunatic Words, 2005, and Untidy Rooms, 2010. She has received many literary awards, including the Slavik Chiloyan Award for the manuscript of her first collection, 2005, the President's Youth Award in Literature, 2006. Her poetry has been widely translated into French, Russian, English, Ukrainian, Spanish, Persian. So we see this advantage of both the Asian and the European countries receiving her translated works. And finally, Udayan Vajpayee Sahab, who is an extremely well-known Hindi poet, essayist, short fiction, and scriptwriter. He has published 2 volumes of poetry, a short story collection, and other publications, including a book of recreated folk tales. And he also is a very important commentator on Indian art. There is also an account of his extended conversation with the filmmaker Mani Paul. His work has been translated into Bangla, Tamil, Odia, Kannada, English, French, Swedish, Polish, and Bulgarian. Vajpayee has translated works by Octavio Paz, Borges, Chekhov, among others, including me. He has received various awards for his writing, including a senior fellowship from the Government of India. So we'll follow this basic order and I request Sitashi Yashasandra Sahab to please start the morning's proceedings.
Friends, the first poem I would read in English and then in Gujarati. In English it is called The Forest. The poem is on fire. In Indian tradition, fire is called Jata Veda. That means one who is born with knowledge. There's so much fire around us in the terrorist attack recently. We mourned them in the beginning. A missionary and his child were burned some years back in a jeep. In Godhra, the train was burned. And in Naroda Patia, homes were burned. A hotel burned down in Delhi. New York World Trade Centers were burned down. And of course, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, those cities. So what is this all-knowing power trying to do? Why is he getting everywhere? What is he trying to understand? And it really bothers us. What is it that we are trying to hide? And the power, the strength which is born with knowledge is trying to find out. So the first poem is called Forest. The forest is afire, and slow is the flow of my song. I'll read that again. The forest is afire, and slow is the flow of my song. Birds living atop tall ebony trees of speech are beyond help now. This ancient rainforest, parrot green, full and broad, many monsoons have failed. There is still water under its floor, muddy and bitter. These heavy, thick woods wouldn't burn down that quickly. Flames would erupt, form canopies of spark, stop, only to start again. This fire wouldn't lie down, eyes shut, in any cool bed of smooth ash. There is water here, enough for forest not to dry up, not enough to put out the fire. With a slow cadence, this song too has lost its sense. It cannot claim its suggestions. Moans of beasts, men, birds, and trees sound alike. A flock of parrots, a big flock of hundreds of parrots, is now flung in the sky. It hovers, scatters, twists back to itself, and falls like grey stones hurled at the forest. Only if I could remember the prosody preserved on the pages of the lost book of meters. Only if I could remember the prosody preserved on the pages of the lost book of meters, I could write the epic of tall trees of teak and ebony, numb by the blows of the stones. The thick, broad pennant of the forest shiver flutters and burns. Where are the prosodic rules for figures of speech I hear so well in the bubbling water, boiling in the pitcher over the shivling? The innermost temple, more brilliance. I'm inside the white, cool cliffs of marble. I am inside multifaceted crystals, behind stiff rocks of huge cut diamonds. I see all around this forest lit up by flames. I am untouched by that fire. I am singed. Now I slowly begin to burn. જંગલ જંગલમાં આગ લાગી છે ને મારા ગીતનો છંદ વિલંબિત છે. સીસમના શબ્દ વૃક્ષો ઉપર રહેનારા અર્થમ પંખીઓને હવે બચાવી નહીં શકાય. આ જૂનું વરસાદી વન ઊંચું પોપટ લીલું ભરચક ને પહોળું. કેટલાય ચોમાસા કોરા ગયા છતાં આની ભોયમાં પાણી પડ્યું છે. ડોળું અને કડવું. આ અડાબીડ અરણ્ય એમ જળ સળગી નહીં જાય. ભડકાવ થતા જ રહેશે. તણખાવના ગુબ્બારાઓ ઉછળતા જ રહેશે. સુવાળી રાખની ટાળી પથારીમાં આ આગ પોડી નહીં શકે આગ નીચીને. પાણી છે. જંગલ સાવ સુકાઈ ન જાય એટલું. દવ ઠારી શકાય એટલું પાણી નથી. વિલંબિત લયમાં ચાલતું આ ગીત અભિધાને ખોઈ બેઠું છે ને લક્ષ્યાર્થને આવી શકતું નથી. પશુ માણસ પક્ષીઓ ઝાડવાના દુઃખદ ધ્વનિ મળતા આવે છે. પોપટનું લીલું મોટું ઝુંડ સેંકડો પોપટોનું આકાશમાં ઉછળે છે. ઝળુંબે છે, વિખરાય છે, અમળાઈને બેઠું થાય છે ને ભૂખરા પાણાઓના ઘા બની જંગલ માથે પટકાય છે. ઉપર તો આકાશને અડકે છે આગ ને અંદર પિંગળની પોથીના ખોવાઈ ગયેલા પાના પર લખેલા છંદ યાદ આવે તો લખું પાણાના ગાથી તંબર ખાઈ ગયેલા ફીસમના ને સાગના ઝાડની કડડાટીનું સકલ કાવ્ય. વનખંડી મહાદેવના દેવળ પરની જાડી પહોળી ધજા ભડ ભડ બળે છે. જળધારીમાં ઉકળતા પાણીના ખદબદવાના અવાજમાં જે શબ્દાલંકાર મને સંભળાય છે એને વિશેની કાલિકા કહે છે. ગભારામાં નળ્યો જળાટ છે. હું ધોળા ધોળા ટાળા ટાળા આરસના ખડકોની અંદર છું. હું પાસાદાર સ્ફટિકોની અંદર અતિકાય હીરાઓના પહેલદાર કરાડોની પાછળ છું. ભડભડ ભરતું આ જંગલ મને ચોતરફ દેખાય છે. મને આ આગ અડકતી નથી. હું દાજુ છું. હવે હું ભડભડ સળગવા માંડું છું. Now I'll read 3 poems which I wrote in 1974 when I came back after a long stay in USA and France. And they expected me to write a traveler. Then I wrote 3 poems, one on Ho Chi Minh, one on Che Guevara, and one on the guerrillas. Because I thought that's what I should tell after going there. And these are sound poems. So they cannot be translated. The first poem is called Ho Chi Minh Mate, a Gujarati Kavita, a Gujarati poem for Ho Chi Minh. Now there is a sentence in it which is broken over and over again and combined in various senses which don't make any sense in Gujarati. So the sentence is in Gujarati, tank, tale, kachra to re. Tank is tank. Tale means under. Whom is high. Kachnato being crushed. Re, oh. Oh, I am being crushed under the tank. Now, when you are being crushed under the tank of all sorts, in all places, there is one condition, don't say that you are being crushed. If you can say how good it is, that's okay. But don't say that I am being crushed. But the poem says that. That's why I do that the poem. Poem says that. And so these are the 4 movements. First movement is tank ni aage kuch, tank moves high. Second is tank Vijay Jevi, tank is almost victorious. Third is Maras ni Vedna, Retana Maraniya Humla Naman, man is in pain and now counter attacks. And fourth, what else can the fourth move be? Tank ni piche hat. The tank moves back, retreats. So these are the four movements, and the one sentence is tank tare hu kachada to re, like that. Tank ni aage kuch. Tank kahum kachidare to re, rank taku tach hade to te, hank talun ka kakeda to te, hank tank kachidam ka tanka. Tank jeje, almost victorious. Kale dato chatakalahu, tankata, 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 tankata. Dato kale chatakalahu, tankata, tankata. Hank, tonkata, danka, tanka. Third, man is in pain and attacks. Tankata kale, tachedatu, te, re, he, chu. Che, tankata, tankata, honka, tanka, kachida, to, A is a Gujarati word, A means that. Just as our poets from Burma pointed out yesterday. So, the fourth inevitable tankini pisha, it moves, retreats. Kahu kacha, haku hacha, haku hacha, kahu kacha, kahu kacha, haku hacha, haku kacha, kahu kacha, kahu kacha, haku hacha, haku hacha, kahu kacha. And the second one is on Che Guevara, who, unlike Ho Chi Minh, was more victorious in his defeat. So there are three simple movements. One is Aage Kuch, second is Holo, and third is Vijay. Attack, march forward, attack and win. That's what Che Guevara was. And the sentence there is Varani Vache Gerila. Guerrilla are in the midst of the forest. One ke beach guerrilla. So that sentence is the word. Aage ko. Vanavache gerila, giri nivu vanavachela, giri nari nagar, vanavachela, giri, very, nari. Now this giri would mean hills. Humlo. Gere riva vachela la, ve, la, va, bava cheche, gana, waka, cha. And Vijay the dance. Cha, gana vecce vegeva, vanagana vecce vegeva, cha, vanagana vecce gerida. Now, I'll read a very short poem in English translation. It is on Bhagyan Buddha. Because when the fire is investigating and punishing us for something, now what happens? How do you deal with it? One way would be to become Buddha, not in Korea. I've been to South Korea and I saw a Buddha statue with money in the forehead. I was so upset. I said, why am I upset? Because I had never seen Buddha with money intact. He had always taken out the money, the jewel in the forehead. But here is another Buddha who stood somewhere else, not in the hospitable land, somewhere else. He was terrorist, and he was blown up. So I have this poem, Bamiya Buddha. Not his idol in stone, had he been there himself in flesh, he would have stood as still. Not his idol in stone, had he been himself in flesh, he would have stood as still. Eyes like lotus, unblinking. Peace on the face. Chiver rippling in the blast. A smile on his lips. Hand raised only to bless. The fearless man. Now may I request Manish to kindly, because the other way to deal with this situation in which we find ourselves is personal love. Personal love. So there is a poem on the wife, Patni Ne.
पत्नी ने अनुवादक गुलजार सुई धागा लो मेरी कुर्ती को रफू की जरूरत है। सुई धागा लो, मेरी कुर्ती को रफू की जरूरत है। खिड़की से लगे मुड़े पर बैठो, सूरज की रोशनी पड़ती रहे गीले बालों पर, और बैठो इस अंदाज से कि मैं बंद आंखों से भी देख सकूं तुमको। नीली फिरकी लो, अपने होठों पर फेरो और धागे का रंग बदल दो। कुर्ती का कपड़ा घुटनों पर रख के सीधा करो। ध्यान से देखो, पिंकी डिबिया खोल के एक बटन चुन लो और देखो मुझको। धागा, घुटना, कुर्सी, कुर्ती, खिड़की, बटन, धूप और मैं, सब एक लगे, मैचिंग तुझे। इससे ज्यादा जरूरी इस वक्त कुछ भी नहीं है मेरे लिए। सुई में धागा पिरो लो, मेरी कुर्ती को रफू की जरूरत है।
I read the last one, but already time over. Yeah, wife is there. She is magical. She can change the color of the thread by just passing it through her lips. So that's fine. But there are many women in one's life. The daughter, the wife, the sister, mother, and especially great-grandmother. So we always forget great-grandmother. Not just grandmother, Pardadi. So this is a poem on the great-grandmother and I. Early this morning, my great-grandfather came to my place in my dream. Early this morning, my great-grandfather came to my place in my dream. The same dress, pagadi, khas, janeu, pitambar, wooden sandals. This is the traditional dress of Indian man. Great-grandmother was with him. Her sari was just like my mother's sari. I had not seen them in old photographs. They lived before the advent of camera in India. But the dream was mine, so I was able to recognize them instantly. Great grandma said clearly, this is the place. But great grandfather asked, what is the guarantee? I am telling you, great grandma said in the same casual tone. You come inside now, she asked the great grandfather. He did step inside my place, but looked at me sharply and asked, hey you, who are you? I gave him my name, full. The family name is the same, but then he stopped. He looked closely at my cap, earphone, wind cheater, short sports shoes from top to bottom. He passed his right arm open inside my shirt and examined my chest that had no holy thread on it. He said, not to me, to the grandmom, this does not seem to be that. Great grandma quietly went from room to room in my house, came back and said to the grandfather, not to me, he is the one, your son's grandson. Great grandfather made a face like asking, how do you know? Great grandma smiled and said, I feel at home in this place. Now the great grandfather asked, you know who I am, Sonny? I had known him quite well. I knew quite well who he was. But like I was making sure, I asked grandmother, grandma, granny, this one is the grandfather, great-grandfather, right? She laughed out, just like mom. When I woke up late in the morning, I felt a little more at home in my place.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Chen Li Ying. I'm from Cambodia. I'm gonna recite and read. In Cambodia, we have two different chanting artists and poet. So a poet can create poetry, but he might not able to chant. But for a chanting artist, he can professionally chant, but maybe he cannot write poem. So I will try. I'm not a chanter. The first poem called Strobe Light in Khmer Plương Pò. Ông cháu ba Nông tí krong Plương Pò bom rong Lư bê cắt vợ chồng vợ lang Rút khoanh khoát Lư to miền Bắc Mùi bó lái rèn mấy bát sạch Bình tiếng ông Crom tí kiên công Mình còn ta dục ninh Nông ba Sống san hà Chuyện lời thầy đuôi Rỡ lùi chung Lường bó đê cô Bình tây khâu ơi Cả ngô ngất slông Mơ mình thung chỉ vật ót khinh Đã rơ rung thuyền cường tiếng Lồng bóng plư
In prose form. Strobe light. Awesome. This nightclub in the city. It's strobe light brightly flashing. Light swirling everywhere, shimmering in all colors. Bright light permeates all corners illuminated. Tonight, happiness fills this club. Fears and worries dissipated. Colorful light fills the inside. Outside, pitch black darkness. Hungry lives walking, exploring without the same clarifying light.
This poem called Total. In Cambodia, there's a lot of pagoda, and every pagoda have a pond, and there's total in the pond. And some seller grab, cut it, and sell. And people just buy and inscribe their name for some reason. Under គេអូខ្លាំងណាស់ក្រោយទិញខ្ញុំគេខំប្រោកដងពីទឹកប្រាក់គេចាឈ្មោះគេអត់មានអាក់ម្នាក់គេធ្វើតែបែបនេះថ្ងៃនេះគេផ្សងមុនប្រលែងបែបអនយ៉ាងវែងរួចខំប្រឹងទុំលាក់ខ្ញុំចូលក្នុងស្រាងវឹង
ខ្ញុំនឹងនាំកម្មការគេចេញអ្វីដែលគេអ្វីគេគិតច្រើនបែបនេះខ្ញុំប៊ីងនឹងស្លាប់តែទូម្នេញនឹងងាកឡើងអ្នកលួងចាប់មកវិញគេថ្មីឆ្លាក់ពេញឈ្មោះលើស្នោកម្ដងហើយម្ដងទៀតស្នៀតឥតខ្លាំងប្រាណខ្ញុំស្អេកស្កាំងស្នាមកោកគឺឈ្មោះម្ចាស់ទៀន3 4បូកលើស្នោកដែលគេប្រាថ្នាសុខ
The turtle. They looked so happy after they bought me. They exchanged me with their money. They inscribed their generous name on me. They do this as usual. They whisper silently along, well wishes. They prayed before releasing me. I'm sure one thing they'd say, let me carry away all of their sins. It's all about their thought. For me, I'm relieved that I would be free. But I was caught again the next evening by the same seller. The new person again inscribed their name on me. It is a life cycle of mine, released, caught, sold, inscribed, again and again. At the end, all over me were the inscribed names of those who thought I could carry their sins away.
So this poem is about the construction woman that I saw her working in the construction site. So the poem called The Woman. ឃើញមានសត្វត្រីមុខស្រមាំដីលីអត់ស៊ីម៉ងរំលើស្មានាងជូនជាងសំណងកំពុងសាងសង់អាគារទំនើបសំលៀងរយ៉ៃក្រោមកំដៅថ្ងៃស្បែកមិនរលើបនាងស្គមកំប្រឹងនាងប្រឹងអោនងើបរូបមិនគួរជ្រើបជ្រួលដល់ចិន្តាឃើញនាងពួកវីហាក់ប្រឹងរកស៊ីម្នាក់ឯងឯកាមិនដឹងប្តីនាង It
rose again. The woman. I saw her dirty face carrying many bricks on her shoulder for a contractor constructing a building, modern and high. In her ragged clothes, under the hot sun, sunburnt skin, too thin, going up and down. Beauty destroyed, no one notices her. She never rests. Even so, she is alone. Where is her husband? Just a baby, crying for milk.
And this one is about a scarecrow. In Khmer language we call Timmo. So we often have Timmo in front of our yard. In one belief to blow away bad luck, and if we erect Timmo in the farm, it to scare the bird that come to eat the ripe fruit. So I write about this in the petty fear. Timmo ចាក់ពូកដែលពើករੂក្របស្រូវវានៅពុំសុខក្នុងសន្តានស្រូវអោនដាក់ម្សៅឯងពេញប្រាណចាក់ពូកយល់បានហៅការទៅ តែវាគោបាយប្រែភ័យភិតនឹងរឹកទីមួងឈរថ្មថ្មើចាប់ខ្លាចរអាលែងនឹកនៅចាប់ហាក់ត្រូវទីមួងបំភ័យបានទីមួងដែលចេះតែលើស្ងៀមគ្មានសរសៃឈាមក្នុងអោប្រាណវាស្រែលវងលួយប្រែសន្តានបាត់ដានស្រែសងតែទីមួង
Tingmong, scarecrow. A sparrow that yearned for the taste of the rice flour, the desire for just a taste stirs up inside. Eagerly staring at the milk-filled rice grains before they fully ripen, the sparrow understands what awaits, and it flies towards the grains. But it stops as it grows afraid of the power of the Tingmong that stands guarded Terrified, the sparrow knows it must leave. Seemingly, the Tingmong could scare the sparrow off, the very same Tingmong that only knows how to stay still, with not 1 ounce of warm blood running in its body. Just like that, the paddy field is able to go through its changing course. But as the harvest season ends, only Tingmong's bodies are left on the ground.
And this one is about a recycled bottle collector. She is a girl that trying to find a recycled bottle everywhere. ដៃនាងទាំងទ្វេមិនឃើញកាន់ទេសៀវភៅនឹងវិចកាន់តែរទេញអូសជាប់ជានិច្ចប្រាណក៏ក្រិចញើយគ្មានក្លិនក្រអូបយល់តែក្លិនស្អុយ សំរាមដែលរុយប្រឹងហើរតាមស្រូបអ្នកផងមិនក្បែរអីវ៉ាន់ក្បែរតូបក៏ខ្លាចនាងស្រូបដាក់ក្នុងរទេញនាងអូនត្រឹកកាត់ភក់កាត់ទឹក នាងសែនឆ្អាបឆ្អេងតែពេលដល់ផ្ទះហាក់ផ្ទុយពីនាងឃើញប្អូននាងកេងមានបាយមកទេ
She drags the cart forward along the roadside, from dawn to dusk in her ragged clothes. Dirty, full of dust, and looking awful, she tirelessly picks up every recycled bottle along the way. She reaches deeper and deeper into pile of trash to improve her chance for discovering more bottle, collecting everyone, no matter how smelly or dirty. She cares about nothing but this. Traveling from place to place in dirty, stinking clothes, followed by many flies chasing the smelly bottle in her cart. She continues on, dragging the cart back home, reeking with garbage stench. Undeterred, her little brother clasps his hand in welcome, singing happily, hugging, kissing and touching her with a simple question. Sister, do you have any food?
And this one,
last poem, please.
I wrote about a letter to a poet, my poet that was killed during the Khmer Rule. His name is Kunsro. So he wrote a poem to his wife before he died. He sent a message to his wife that don't put him in a coffin. If he died, bury him under the mango tree. He want to sell a piece of tree for Khmer people to build house, and also to sell, don't put him in a stupa, so to sell a plot of land for Khmer people to grow rice. So I write letter to him to reflect to current things that happen in my country about what he care for. ជូនចំពោះលោកអងគុណស្រុនអងអើយកាលអងផ្ដាំអងស្រីឲ្យលែងកប់សពចិត្តគល់ស្វាយកុំដាក់ក្នុងមឈូសនាំខ្វល់ខ្វាយអងស្ដាយទុកឈើធ្វើគេហាអងអត់ឲ្យកសាងមានវងសន្សំដីឡងស្រែចំការក្រនខ្មែរមានស្រូវមានអាហារអងថាត្រឹមកប់ទៀនគល់ស្វាយឥឡូវអងអើយឈើអងខ្វល់វាដាច់គ្មានសល់រសាត់ឆ្ងាយមិនដឹងដល់ណាទីនាយអាយវាខ្លាយជាសូនគ្មានដល់ខ្មែរសំបីតែដីដែលអងពងឲ្យសល់ខ្លះផងដល់អ្នកស្រែគេកៃកាត់លក់ជាហោហែខ្ញុំមានតែប្រាប់អងប៉ុណ្ណឹង
Letter to Uncle Kunsrun. Dear Uncle, I heard and remember your inaudible whisper to your wife. A last unwritten will for a body returning to earth. Please, you said, do not put me in a coffin. Just bury me under a mango tree, so I can at least save a tree in my death. Never my body in a cemetery, so Khmer farmers continue to have a plot to grow their rice. They have sold nearly everything, even the trees you had cared for. The rice fields generations of Khmer had found. Most forests are gone. Let my death at least save a tree. At least a plot of land. Never in a coffin, never in a cemetery, but under a mango tree. That's all. He died. Uncle, you died.
Thank you for that very broad range of subjects that you introduced, from personal to the revolutionary. Thank you. Dr. Shah, sir?
Good morning, everyone. I am Tombai Protestant from Laos. I am very happy to be here, surrounding with very popular poets around the Asia country. And thank you very much, Raza Foundation, for your invitation. This is my first time to visit India. I love India very much. And love seeing the situation of the people here. So we are more than 90% is Buddhist in my country. And I would like to special thanks to the Puja Priyavada to try hard to translate my poem into Hindi. This is I think it's the first time my poem has translated into Hindi. Thank you very much. Thank you, organizer, for your very good festival, and have a chance to share the experience with the poem, popular poem. So I will read my poem in my language, and I hope you will understand through the performance into Hindi and English. งัวกับเพียนก่อนเข้าของถูกเทียมสองเรียบลำดงเดินเที่ยวถิ่นนาผาห่างหนทางเที่ยวแถวบ้านเดินดงหลับชมงัวและเพียนแก่ชื่อบื้มง่ายอย่างตามถึงยามเข้าขึ้นเล่างัวแก่เปลี่ยนขนเต็มทุ่งนาคนนองนั่งเปลี่ยนสลับเกี่ยวตกเมื่อเดือนสามเสียงเสียงงัวเปลี่ยนลาแก่ลัวและชื่นเต่าโค้งคืนบ้านได้สื่อบานงัวก็หักผูกห้านกระสันผักเพลงเปลี่ยนสองสิ่งเทียมทงหักขู่กันบอกไกลบ้านคันมีเปลี่ยนตัวงัวพ่อของแพงสิภาคขู่เป็นหรือมีแต่เปลี่ยนงัวบ่เตื้อได้สิได้นางสบายเสียได้เปลี่ยนห่างบ้านงัวบักด่างก็พลอยเหงาภาคขู่เขาเคยเทียมบักด่างสองอย่าคล้องลาเกวียดดีงัวมาหาเต็มเมียจันห่านกินดื่มตามพงเฮมหงเหลือเลยลืมบ้านบ่อนาไผน้อสังมาสร้างสักถึงให้เปลี่ยนห่างเหือนงัวบักด่างโซเซผอมอยู่ตอมตุนเสาว่าวว่างัวลื่นสุดบ่สนเปลี่ยนเคยขู่จริงบ่เมนเปลี่ยนนายหนาหนีมาหาอยู่ข้างนครกว้างอย่าปวดงัวบ่เมนเปลี่ยนนายหนาหนีมาหาอยู่ข้างนครกว้างอย่าปวดงัวบ่ดี
अनुवादिका पूजा प्रियंवद। गाय और गाड़ियां। अनंत समय से वो गाय और गाड़ियां घूमती हैं धान के खेतों, जंगलों और अछूते क्षेत्रों में, छोड़ते हुए अपने आड़े तिरछे निशान जंगलों और मैदानों में। फसल काटने का समय आने पर गाय जाती हैं बोझ के साथ धन्यागार की ओर। बहुत से कृषि श्रमिक बैठते हैं गाड़ियों पर आगे पीछे। तीसरे चंद्रमास का अंत आने पर ये कोलाहल में जरावन से लगी गाय और गाड़ी लौटती हैं घर उत्साहित। गाय संजोती हैं, गाड़ियों के आकार और उनकी आत्मा दोनों जुड़े हैं और नहीं हो सकते विलग। जब होती हैं गाय तो निश्चित ही होती हैं गाड़ियां भी। ये प्रिय जोड़ा नहीं होता कभी अलग। गाय के बिना गाड़ियां नहीं देती बैठने का आराम। जब गाड़ियां हो जाती हैं गायब, चितकबरी गायें डूब जाती हैं उदासी में। जुड़वा आत्माओं के लिए प्रतीक्षारत जो अब जगमगाती हैं। वियतनामी रेस्तरां और चमकीले होटल पीछे छोड़कर बेचारी गायें जिनका अब खेतों में दिल नहीं लगता। तो कौन जुदा करता है गाड़ियां और गायों को और बेचारे जीवों को निराश कर देता है व्यर्थ ही। ये कहना ही चाहिए कि गायें करती हैं गाड़ियों की अनदेखी या फिर गाड़ियां वियतनामी आडंबर के लिए करते हैं गायों को अपमानित।
หักกะวีหักกะวีให้เจ้าหักศาสตร์เสื้อเพลงเผ่าพงพันธุ์ซอบซื่นสมภาษาศาสตร์ลาวคำเขตหักกะวีหักความเข้มคมกล้าปลายปากกาภาษาเน้นนอเนวเกณฑ์เทศปากคำเข้าขาบสูนดอกนาหักกะวีกำปากกาเนบเนสารสดกะวีศิลป์คมกะวีมีศักดิ์ศรีบ่ต่อยตีตำหนักคุณขาปลายปากกาเที่ยวหักษาเนวนานหนอย่อหยกฟันฝ่าเปียกให้เสียงดังสนั่นหน้ากะวีลาวศาสตร์เสื้อสมสั้นสื่อกะวีฐานเลยกะวีลาวศาสตร์เสื้อสมสั้นสื่อกะวีฐานเลย
Love poetry. Love poetry. Love your nation. Love your people. Love poetry. Love your mother tongue. Have the strength. Dare to pen. Love poetry. The pen is strongly attached. The poet has intentions to conquer. The value of the pen is immense. Your tone is sincere. The poet praises the poetic.
Next poem is called Champa Tree, under Champa Tree. Champa in my country, that's the name of the flower. This is a symbol of love. It's a national flower, Champa. ยังจงบอนวางขาผู้มานั่งเพียงขวัญคันมีคนสนใจให้เวมายามเยี่ยมเกี่ยมเปิดใจรอหาหากันดอมหมวนคืนคำส่วนลำสิงลิงเลี้ยวเท่าเพลงแสนดวงเดือนและดวงดาวทั้งที่ว่าเละราตรีมาหลายรอบยังบ่หุงเฮืองใสเสนคนไกลมายามกับบ่เฮืองปานเจ้าเป็นหยังหนอคือบ่มาตามใต้ไฟหัวใจมันหุงนางเอ๋ยก้องหุมกุกจะป้างานั้นคืนและวันนางถากอดปากกาอยู่เฝ้าค่อยเจ้าแต่ผู้เดียวก้องหุมกุกจะป้ากุกนั้นคืนและวันนางถากอดปากกาอยู่เฝ้าล่อเจ้าแต่ผู้เดียว
चंपा का वृक्ष अभी भी रिक्त स्थान है किसी के लिए। कोई पास ना आए, मेरा मन खुला है, देर रात किसी को नहीं देखा था। आकाश भरा है चमकीले चांद सितारों से, दिन और रातें अभी भी अंधेरे हैं। कोई जिसके लिए मैं था प्रतीक्षारत, पर न जाने क्यों कोई नहीं आता मन में उजाला करने। इस चंपा के वृक्ष तले दिन रात रहो अकेले प्रतीक्षा में
คืนนั้นคืนนี้คืนวันเพ็ญกระจ่างแจ้งแสงส่องเฮืองใสคืนสายทาละลาไหลปุ่งไฟเยืองต้นคืนที่เอาเทียนใกล้อธิษฐานกุศลสดคืนคอยคืนนี้ได้ให้สมดังดังประสงค์ทางโลกว่าคืนนั้นคืนสองเฮาผัดผ้าขามห้ามห่างกันไกลคืนพระจันทร์เต็มดวงสาดแสงสีสาวคืนที่ดาวบนฟ้าลาตีสัตพีคืนขีดดินและฟ้าบ่เฮืองห่างหุ่งกระจายคืนที่ดาวบนฟ้าลาตีสัตพีคืนขีดดินและฟ้าบ่เฮืองแจ้งหุ่งใส
The river flowing down and bright, a candle lighting that night and tonight. That night we were far away, a full moon night yet so dark. All the stars out in the sky, how far away we are falling apart.
เหมันเมฆหมอกกุ้มหนาวเหน็บในอกฝนสับตกโหยห้ำกระหน่ำแห้งคือแนวนี้เต็มที่คนเที่ยวทางหนทางแน่นอ่างฝนตกลิ้นลำหงปั้นลงเบื้องบนละดูนี่แล้วเพิ่นว่าโลกกาวปีนพันเปลี่ยนเปละดูยามหนาวกลายเป็นฝนบาดฝนผัดลงแรงบ่แม่นอินแปลงปั้นธรรมศาสตร์รู้การเปลี่ยนถึงหอบเวียนธรรมศาสตร์โหดให้ทำลายล้างมนุษย์คนถึงหอบเวียนธรรมศาสตร์โหดให้ทำลายล้างมนุษย์คนแท้แล้ว
रेनी डे बरसात का दिन सर्दियों के दिन में ये आम नहीं मूसलाधार बारिश लंबी राह व्यस्त मुश्किल दिन लंबा आज पृथ्वी बदल गई है बारिश वाला ठंडा दिन वही जो किसी को नहीं चाहिए विचित्र वही जो मानवता ने घड़ा है सब नष्ट हो जाता है उससे जो बदलता है
Thank you very much. We are all doing excellent time. Next speaker, Hafnix Simonian from Armenia.
Hello everyone, nice to be here. I will speak a little about Armenia and about my poetry, my poems. As you know, 1 year ago in Armenia was a revolution. So, why it's important for me? We have many times our revolutionaries failure, but in this time, the symbolic we have poetry. The text we have a poetry text. So the leader of revolutionaries, now Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan, write a poem that it became a song, and people started sing. And there is a line: you are not alone, you are not alone, you are not alone. So for me, it's very symbolic. I'm sorry, I'm not. Yes, I'm not sure. My name says that I'm not alone. Yes, I'm not alone. Sorry. I'm not alone, I'm not alone, I'm not alone. So, what interesting. In one of the roles, Slavoj Žižek, you know, of course, Slavoj Žižek, philosopher, he started talk about revolution. And he says that, talk about reality and dream, and says that admire why there are between the 2 days of line, because says the dream is one of part reality. And then he says that people who can dream are revolutionaries. So if you are a revolutionary, you must be poet, and for revolution need a poem. And when Armenia started a revolution, I said yes, poem really, poetry make revolution. So my poem, in my poetry, have some revolutionary things, and this is not about politically, it's a love poem, but I think that in love very revolutionary things. So must be doing. Okay. I'm so nervous. Sorry. Spring. And it's like a mantra. I'm sorry. Wait. I haven't already.
Siveli, Siveli, Siveli. 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 Siveli վահե արմենակյան։ Դու ծաղկեցիր մարտյան մի գիշեր, երբ մենք սրանում էինք խելահեղ արագ, եւ դեպին էլ կարծեմ դրամաչում էր խոստովանել, որ սիրում է տղային եւ ինձ այդքան փոքրատարիք, եւ քո կինը փոքրիկ հուշում այն մասին, որ դողերը տամարվային։ Իշ ճամփան, ախ ճամփան, դու սրանում էիր ձմեռների միջով, իմ ներսում թիթեռները բացում փակում էին շրխկալով ախրելի, թափանցիկ իրենց մեծ թևերը, եւ ես ինքս էլ հիշում եմ, դարձել էի ախրելի մեծ ու թափանցիկ, շրխկոցով կրծոցի տակ աշխատող մեքենա, որ սրանում է հորդահոս գինիների միջով, նայնեի ծիծաղի սքանչելի անվան ու կնոջը կասկածի, որ հոսելով մեր միջև հստակվում էր իր համար պարզորոշ, վարկյան առ վարկյան, ես սիրում եմ քեզ այնքան խելահեղ, եւ ոչինչ չէի հասկանում, եւ կինը, խեղճ Ջաննա։ Դու առաջին վարկյանից հասկացար, երբ արագորեն անցնում էիր փողոց ու շտապում էիր պարտեզ, տղայքի տուն տանելու, եւ շնորհավորում էիր քո ծնունդը, եւ սիրում էիր քեզ այն կանաչ համառանոցում, գծելով փոքրիկ կուրծքդ եւ ցայրքիդ մարզերը շոյելով, դու ամեն ինչ գիտեիր, եւ ոչինչ էլ չկար, եւ ոչինչ չէր նախատեսվում։ Եվ իմ սերը կարող էր մնալ իբրև երևակայություն, թարմություն ոտքի ոտքերիս տակ, վարդերի շքեղ փունջ, վիսկի, որ խմում եմ կոմկում ու քայլում, այս բարձր տան մեռնելով լեցուն սենյակում։ Օկին, քո երևակայությունը ստեղծեց ամեն ինչ։ Ես բարես զինվորի տեսեցի քո երևակայության հրասայելի մեջ ու ոտնատակ տվեցի ամեն ինչ, եւ օրերը, որ սկսվում են հիմա, այլևս չեն ավարտում, կրկնվում են։ Քրիստոսը մեռնում է ծերանոցում, Քրիստոսը ծննդատանն է, եւ ահա Մարիամին ընդառաջ տապող բուժքույրը, Հովսեփի աչքի առած ձեռքերից բաց է թողնում մանկիկին, փակելով հաշիվները եկող հայտնության։ Քրիստոսը խաղում է բակում, գորգորում, վազ ու ցածկոտում, ես կանչում եմ նրա տուն, ես սարսափելի հղի եմ եւ այլևս չեմ դիմանում ցավերին։ Տուն արի տղաս, կանչում եմ պատուհանից, ես որոշել եմ հենց հիմա քեզ ծնել, մեր ընտանիքը պատրաստ է հեղափոխության։ This is part, we must read partly.
Okay. Dear, 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 dear by Armenakian. You blossomed one March night when we were speeding insanely fast, and I think it was Lily, who was still shy to admit that she loved the boy, so much younger than her, and your wife reminding you quietly that your shivers are of the summer kind, while the road, oh, the road. You were speeding through winters. Within me, the butterflies were opening and shutting with a bang, their dreadful, transparent, huge wings. And I too, I remember, I had turned into a dreadfully huge and transparent machine, banging away under my breastbone, speeding through abundant wine, Narine's laughter, Lily's wonderful name and your wife's doubt, which was becoming absolutely clear to her, flowing between us. I loved you so madly at each moment, and did not comprehend anything. And your wife, oh Anna, you understood from the beginning, when you were crossing the street and rushing to the garden to take your child home, when I was wishing you happy birthday, when I was loving you in that green summer house, biting your tiny breast and caressing your pubic hair. You knew everything, when there was nothing yet, when then nothing was anticipated, and my love could have stayed imaginary, fresh snow beneath my bare feet, a glorious bouquet of roses, whiskey that I sipped, walking in this rented room full of dead people. Oh woman, your imagination gave birth to everything. I, a word soldier, sat in the tank of your imagination and crushed everything. And now the days that begin do not end anymore. They are repeated, Christ is dying in the old people's home. Christ is the maternity ward now, and the nurse rushing towards Mary is dropping the infant in front of Joseph's eyes. Settling all the accounts of the coming revelation, Christ is playing in the backyard. He's screaming, running, and jumping. I'm calling him home. I'm terribly pregnant and can't endure the pain anymore. Come home, my son. I'm calling him from the window. I have decided to give birth to you right now. A family is ready for a revolution.
Աբոտ 1. Հնչում է բախից ինչ-որ մյուսի հետ։ Հավանաբար այն մեկը թավջութակի համար։ Ես այնքան սոված եմ և այսքան հավի և այսչափ կորորափոր։ Ձախ ներելի սիրտը ցավում է մի տեսակ ու խփում է, տագնապած։ Ոչինչ նորմալ է, մտածում եմ գիշերը, ես այսքան սոված եմ և այնքան հավի։ Բայց սիրտս անփամփուշտ հրացանի պես դատարկվում է քունքիս մեջ անընդհատ, կամացուկ մտնում եմ սենյակ, սենյակում դու դավաճանում ես ինձ, ամենամոտ ընկերուհուս հարազատ քրոջետ և շոյում ես կուրծքը նրա, և դեմքը կանոնավոր է պայծառ, դու պրծել ես նորից ու նորից, և այրոնը լերթացած նեղլիկոց վանդակում է գլուխս ցիրուցան, բայց ինչ գեղեցիկ ես դու և ինչ անիծյալ, և որքան հրեշավոր այնքան էր սիրելի, կրկնակի սիրելի, եռակի սիրելի, քառակի ու հնգապատիկ, ամեն անգամ սիրելի։ Դու սիրելի ես, սիրելիս, երբ ես ծնում էի աղջկա, և սիրելի է, երբ մեր առաջնեկի ուրախությունից գլուխդ կորցրած, ճանապարհեցի եղբորս տուն և սիրեցիր անկողնույն հատվածում մեր հարևանուհուն միջև լուսաբաց։ Այ այդքան երջանիկ ես դու, այդքան անգլուխ զամբի։ Կադր 2. Ինչ-որ մի պրելուդ թող հնչի, երբ բառերը վերջանում են ու դառնում անիմաստ կրկնություն, շուրթերը սկսում են սուլել, և արդյոք հեղափոխություն է պատրաստվում։ Ընդամենը կյանք վարագույրի պես արագ աջուձախվող, և ուր են երջանիկները։ Խարույկի մեջ իրար վրա դրված երկու փայտ, որ մամուռ են բուրում ու անտառ, և որ կարևոր է, իսկական են, երջանիկ։ Քո կյանքը պատից գաղտնկար, ուր հայրդ քաղցկեղ ունի, նա կմեռնի եղբայրդ կծախի տունը, կհասնեն տեսնել տունը, ապրում էի կարիճների հետ, և կարիք ունեի կարմիր նկարի, և քանի որ նկար չունեի, իր կարմիր տոպրակ էի ամրացրել, բերնեբերան կարմիրով լցված հիշողություն, ինչպես թոքախտով հիվանդի բերան, որ այրուն է թքում ու կյանք, ես թքում եմ քեզ դուրս, ես ապրում եմ, արդյոք ես երջանիկ եմ ու վայրի, և արդյոք կարելի է նկարել ինձ ու կախել տան պատից չխանգարելով անդորրը բնակիչներին։ Օրինակ ինձ հանգիստ չի տալիս կավիճով նկարված այն ծաղիկը պատշգամբի պատին, քերում եմ դիպերս, որ մոռանամ, ինչ-որ մի պրելուդ թող հնչի, դու դեռ այստեղ ես, զգում եմ, լսում ես սուլոցը բառերի, իսկ սլբոցը փամփուշտների մարտամսին արփի պատշգամբում, և արդյոք մեծ է տարբերությունը, թե ինչով ես վերջակետելու, մեկը դնչի տակից, մյուսը նախադասության վերջում։
A Bach suite is being played, probably the only for the cello. I'm so famished and so pregnant and so round-bellied. I have awakened and my heart aches in a peculiar way and is beating anxiously. It's nothing. It's normal. I'm thinking it's night. I'm so hungry and so pregnant. But like an empty gun, my heart is discharging endlessly at my temple. I quietly enter the room. In the room, you are cheating on me. With the sister of my best friend, and you are caressing her breast, and your face is normal, bright. You have gotten away, and it again and again. And my blood, thickened, a narrow snake, is caging my scattered head. But how beautiful you are, and how cursed. How, the more beastly, the more lovely you are. Double, triple, quadruple, quintuple, lovely all the time. You were lovely, my love, when I birthed your girl, and you were lovely with the firstborn. When crazed with joy you saw me to my brother's home, and on my side of our bed, you loved our neighbor till dawn. Ah, you were so loved, so happy, such a scatterbrained mare. Let a prelude be played when the words end and become a meaningless repetition. The lips start to whistle, and could it be that revolution is underway? In the end, it's just a life, to and fro, fast like a curtain. And where are the happy ones? Two pieces of wood in a bonfire placed on top of each other. That smell of moss and the wild forest and what's important are real. Happy? Your life, a picture on the wall, where your father has cancer. He will die. Your brother will sell the house. Will I manage to see the house where I lived with scorpions? I needed a red picture, and because I didn't have a picture, I had fixed a red bag. Memories filled to the rim with reds as the mouth of one with tuberculosis, who's spitting blood and life. I'm spitting you out. I'm living. Am I happy? Wild, and it isn't possible to paint me and hang it on the wall without disturbing the peace of the occupants? For instance, that flower drawn in chalk on the garden wall is bothering me. I'm scratching my pupils to forget it. Let a prelude be played. You're still here. I can feel it. Do you hear the whistle of the birds? What about the rustle of bullets in March on RP's balcony? And is there a big difference with what you put to a stop under your nose and the other at the end of a sentence?
Սիրելի, եւ կարևոր է արդյոք քո անունը, միակ հստակ բանը, որ ունես, սառած մատներով քանդում եմ ձյունը, հիշողությունս գտնելու պես, սրանում ենք, ամեն ինչ այնքան նոր է, հետաքրքիր եւ ձյունը համառորեն չի հալվում, գնալով շատանում է միզերու ցանկությանը զուգահեռ ապահովելով ֆոնը տխրության։ Ձյունների մեջ միզում ենք, հետո երկու քայլանում պարտում ենք ու քրքջում հիացած, ես մեծ եմ, ես թափանցիկ եմ օդիթը, ես շատ եմ, անհաշվելի բոլորը միասին խցկված փոքրիկ փորում, բացում ենք փակում թևերը, ինչ հրաշալի է լինել սիրահարված, ինչ հրաշալի է, որ ծննդյաս օրը կամուրջից ուղակի չնետվեցի ցած, այն նստեցի այգում ու սպասեցի մինչև նայնեն եկավ։ Հիմա ոչինչ չեմ հիշում, թե ինչ խոսեցինք, բայց լավ էր, որ եկավ։ Կադրը 4. Աստված ինձ հղի եմ հեղափոխությամբ։ Գնանք սիրելիս, վարդապոկ ենք թփից, ցնցվող ուսերից պոկենք գլուխը, կավիճով կամ նավթով ջնջենք քաջությունը, հումորը, սրտերը սառած, որովհետև այն ինչ մնալու է մենությունն է, ցուրտը, լարությունը։ Սիրելիս, որքան հարազատ ենք իրար, որքան որբ ու անոք, եւ ինչ հերոսական է սիրտը, եւ ինչքան սեր կա այնտեղ, օվկիանոսի մեջ փտող անմարդաբնակ կղզիներ, ախ սիրտը քո, անմարդաբնակ կղզի, բամիտ ահեղ գեղեցկությամբ ծփող օվկիանում, եւ ում է պետք քո ինչքը, եւ դու ինքդ քեզ չունես, երբ այդքան կիսատ ես ու այդքան կին, սիրելի, գիտես թե ով։
Dear, and is your name important? The only sure thing that you have. I'm pulling down the snow with frozen fingers as if to recover my memory. We are speeding. Everything is so new, exciting, and stubbornly the snow is not melting. It's growing gradually, in parallel with the desire to urinate. Providing a backdrop for sadness, we urinate on the snow. Then we take a few steps, lie down, and giggle in amazement. I am big, I'm transparent, and a butterfly. I'm too much, countless, squeezed with everything in the small belly. We open and shut our wings. How wonderful it is to be in love. It's so wonderful that on my birthday, I did not throw myself off the bridge. Instead, I sat in the park and waited till Nareen arrived. Now I don't remember a thing we talked about, but it was good that she came. Oh my God, I'm pregnant with revolution. Let's go, my dear, let's pluck the rose off the bush. Let's pluck the head off shaking shoulders. Let's use chalk or oil to wipe off bravery. Humor the frozen hearts, because that which remains is only solitude, the cold, the silence. Dear, my dear, how close we are to each other, how orphaned and helpless, and how heroic is the heart. And how much love is found there, uninhabited islands decaying in the ocean. Your heart, and who needs what you have when you don't have yourself, when you are so incomplete and so woman. Dear, you know.
Էսթերի, ինձ ոչ ոք չի սիրել քեզ նման, և ոչ ոք չի լքել քեզ պես։ Ջմրթող թղթերի վրա ես քո անունն էի գրում, հեռու երկինքներից ագարակները գալիս էին ու պատմում քո մասին։ Ես պատերը կրծում էի շաքարի պես, և օրերիս վրա կիտոնի պես բարակ շերտիկներ էին մելամաղձի։ Ես խմում էի հիշողությունը քո մասին թունթեի փոքրիկ բաժակներով, անընդհատ, բայց դու չէիր գալիս։ Չնայած քամի քո անունն է շրխկացում դեմքիս, և դռները փակվում էին իմ առաջ, և ժամերը խլացած գոռում էին, ինչի չեկար, ինչի հետ չեկար։ Ինտերնետում ես գտա նկարը, համբուրեցի ողնաշարով թափանցիկ, և մատով սահեցի ականջիկ վրայով։ Հիմա երբ ուզում եմ հիշել դեմքս, քո պրոֆիլն եմ հիշում, չձևավորված ու անկենդան հասարակության ֆոնին։ Հետո եկար կարճաթևով, հետո երկար, վերարկուով չեկար։ Ես չտեսա դու ոնց ես մրսում զմբրանը։ Ես չհասցրեցի տաքացնել ձեռքերը, չերկեցի քեզ համար, չկարդացի քեզ համար, մենք խոսեցինք շատ երկար, շատ երկար։ Գլխիս մեջ ցավում էր, ատամիս մեջ փչանում, ոտքերս թուլանում էին, ու մարմնիս մեջ բացակայությունը ցավում էր ու ոչ մի տեղ չէ մասին չգիտեր։ Քանոնը շշնջում էին ծառերն ու կանաչում աչքիս առաջ։ Քանոնով գիշերներ չքնած ու վատ տեսնող աչքերս լավանում էին ու հստակ տեսնում թվերն ու տարրերը եւ անգամ համարը կանգարեն մտածողի երթուղային տաքսում։ Քանոնում գրում էր թղթերին, խզբզոցի տեսքով ինձ ստորագրության եւ վերջապես ինչ տարբերություն իմ անունն էր թե քո, դու հոլավ գիտես ինձ, բոլորից լավ, բոլորից լավ։ Տատրակ ու ջնջված բառերի կողքին երբեք տակ չի եղել եւ չի լինի։ Իմ ամենատակ տեղը դու էիր։ Ես կնիհարեի քեզ համար, կհետևեի մաշկիս ու եղունգներից, քեզ համար կդառնայի ամենասիրունը, ինչ տեղ եմ ես։ Ներիր, որ երբեք հետ չես գա։ Քեզ կփնտրեմ դեռահաս աղջիկների մեջ ու սխալվեմ, կփնտրեմ տղամարդկանց մեջ ու չեմ գտնի, ու սիրտս սարսափելի կցավակո կարոտից։ Երեխաների մասին խոսելուց ես լաց կլինեմ ու կհեռացնեմ բոլորին, որովհետև առանց քեզ ինձ նրանք միևնույն են, որովհետև դու նրանց մասին էիր, բայց նրանք քո մասին չեն, քո մասին չեն։ Ինչի սարեցին թեյի ապակե բաժակում, ինչի էլ չես երգում։ Քո բացակայության կեղտաջրի մեջ պարկած սրսրթալով ծառում են մատներս, անուններում կողքին տակերում, կրծքին փայտացած մատներս հալվել են ու ծորացել մարմնից ներս, եւ պատահական ցնցումները գնացված տիեզերքում, եւ հեղափոխությունները, արյունոտ, ջունոտ անձրև եւ գահից ցած սահող կամ գահերից կառչած արքաները սառած հետույքով մի տանձի պոչ չարժեն, երբ այսքան հեռու ես։ Ու գնացել է ջրերի խորքից էլ հեռու մի տեղ։ Եվ եթե լույսը անջատեմ անվեր շոշափեմ մթությունը, չես լինի։ Եվ այսօր լույսս չի համբրի քո բարակերից երակները կապույտ ճակատի, թևի կրծքի։ Քեզ հետ էս չէր լինի, բայց առանց քեզ էլ մի բան չի, ոչ մի բան չի։ Դրա համար երկար եմ խոսում քո մասին, շատ երկար, որ կրկնվեի բարակ ես փոշյանս գնաս, մազանոթների միջից իմ բառերի, լեզվի, շութերի, քթի գնաս հեռու։ Գնաս, ուղղակի գնաս, իմ մաշկ, իմ ոսկոր, իմ սրտամկանի ցավ ու բռնված ձեռք։ Չգնաս, բայց գնաս, չմնաս, բայց մնաս, ծածկեմ քեզ բերմակով։
Excuse me, 2 wind down, 2 minutes please. Just to conclude,
Ծածկեմ քեզ բերմակով, համբուրեմ, նոր գնաս։
S3 अनुवादक आनंद खत्री। किसी ने मुझे तुम्हारी तरह प्यार नहीं किया और किसी ने मुझे वैसे नहीं छोड़ा जैसे तुमने। तुम्हारा नाम लिखा जा सकता है उस कागज पर जिसके टुकड़े टुकड़े हो गए हों, और काक दूर आसमान से उड़ के आकर बता सकते हैं मुझे तुम्हारे बारे में। दीवारें चीनी की तरह चबाई जा सकती हैं, पर दर्द की चीनी सी परतें रह जाती हैं। मेरे दिनों पर नींबू की तरह जब मैं तुम्हारी यादों को पी लेता हूँ, चाय के कप में चुस्की लेकर, लगातार लगातार लगातार। लेकिन तुम नहीं आए। हवाएं भी तुम्हारे नाम का एहसास देती थीं मेरे चेहरे पर, और दरवाजे भी बंद हो जाते थे मेरे सामने, और चीखते रहते थे घंटे, तुम क्यों नहीं आए, तुम लौट के क्यों नहीं आए, तुम क्यों नहीं आए, तुम लौट के क्यों नहीं आए। मैंने तुम्हारी तस्वीर ढूंढ ली थी इंटरनेट से, और कान के पीछे से उंगलियां फेरते हुए तुम्हारी पारदर्शी रीढ़ को चूमा। पर अब जब भी मैं याद करता हूँ अपना चेहरा, तो तुम्हारा आकार नजर आता है। कभी तुम उठ के आते हो छोटी बाहों की कमीज में, कभी एक लंबे कोट में, एक बेडोल और खोखले समाज के आगे उठकर। मैं नहीं जानती कि तुम ठंडे क्यों हो सर्दी में। ना ही मैं गर्म कर पाई तुम्हारे हाथ, ना ही गा सकी तुम्हारे लिए, ना ही तुम्हारे लिए कुछ पढ़ सकी। हमने पर बातें की बहुत देर तक तुम मेरे दिमाग में एक तकलीफ दे रहे थे। तुम मेरे दांतों की सड़न बन गए थे। मेरी टांगें महसूस करती थी कमजोरी, और तुम्हारा ना होना मेरे शरीर को भीतर से चोट करता था, और किसी भी दवा को तुम्हारे होने का पता नहीं था। ये वृक्ष तुम्हारा नाम बुदबुदाकर मेरी आंखों के सामने हरे उठते हैं। बहुत रोते हुए सोए हुए आंखों से कम दिखता है, लेकिन आंखों की भी रोशनी तुम्हारे नाम से लौट आती है। साफ दिखने लगते हैं अक्षर और नंबर, और वो बस भी जो स्टेशन के समीप आती है, और लिखा होगा तुम्हारा नाम कागजों में मेरे कटे फटे हस्ताक्षरों की तरह। क्या फर्क पड़ता है अगर वो तुम्हारा नाम हो या मेरा। तुम मुझे बहुत अच्छे से जानते हो, सबसे बेहतर, सबसे बेहतर। मिटे हुए और खोखले शब्दों में कोई गर्मी नहीं और होगी भी नहीं, क्योंकि तुम ही मेरी सबसे गर्म जगह हो। मुझे तुम्हारे लिए अपना वजन कम करना चाहिए, मुझे तुम्हारे लिए अपने नाखून कटवाने चाहिए, मुझे तुम्हारे लिए हो जाना चाहिए सबसे सुंदर। मैं कितनी बदसूरत हूँ, मुझे माफ कर दो, क्योंकि अब तुम कभी वापस नहीं आओगे। मैं तुमको ढूंढूंगी किशोरियों के भीतर, आदमियों के भीतर, और मेरे दिल में बहुत दर्द होगा तुमको ना पाने का। मैं रोऊंगी बच्चों के बारे में बात करते करते। मैं सबको अलग कर दूंगी, क्योंकि तुमसे ही वो सब हैं, लेकिन उनसे तुम नहीं, तुम नहीं। क्योंकि जम गए थे तुम मेरे चाय के कप में। तुम क्यों नहीं गाते हो अब? तुम्हारी गैर मौजूदगी के गंदे पानी में मैं कांपती हूँ अपनी उंगलियां मोड़कर, वो नाम जिनके करीब थी गर्मी, जिनकी छाती पर पिघलकर जिस्म के भीतर टपकने लग गई थी मेरी जमी हुई उंगलियां। और फिर वो अंदर के झटके इस पंजीकृत ब्रह्मांड में, और वो सारी क्रांतियां, खूनी बर्फीली बारिश, और वो सारे राजकुमार जो उतर गए या सिंहासनों से चिपके रहे। एक जमा हुआ दिमाग लेकर बालों की चोटी मत बनाओ जब तुम इतने दूर हो। तुम कहीं आगे जा चुके हो, कहीं पानी की गहराई से भी आगे। अगर मैं बत्तियां बुझाकर अंधेरे से लिपट जाऊं तो भी तुम शायद नहीं मिलोगे, और मेरे भीतर से उठती हुई रोशनी भी नहीं चूमेगी तुम्हारी नीली कोने वाली नसें, तुम्हारा माथा, तुम्हारी भुजाएं, तुम्हारी छाती। तुम्हारा साथ आसान नहीं होगा, लेकिन तुम्हारे बिना भी तो कुछ ठीक नहीं, कुछ भी ठीक नहीं। इसलिए तुम्हारे बारे में बात करती हूँ बहुत देर तक, बहुत देर तक, जिससे कि तुम उद्ध्वस्त कर सको, पतले होकर धूल बनकर चले जाओ मेरे शब्दों की कोशिकाओं से दूर। जबान, होंठ, नाक लेकर जाओ, दूर जाओ, बस जाओ। मेरी खाल, मेरी हड्डियों, मेरे दिल, मांसपेशियां दर्द करते हैं, हाथ अकड़ गए हैं। मत जाओ, अच्छा जाओ, मत रुको, अच्छा रुको। आओ एक कंबल से ढक दूं तुमको, तुम्हें चूमूं और फिर जाने दो।
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was very powerful. Would you invite please our last speaker for this morning?
May I request senior Hindi writer Mr. Arun Valla to kindly join the stage. He has graciously agreed to read the translations he has done of the verses of Mr. Udayan Vajpayee.
Oh, it's your, I'm sorry. So there is no question of anybody else reading my poems in Hindi because I write in Hindi. So this is first poem is Suna Kamra. It's one line of a very fine Hindi poet called Jitin Kumar. He remained unrecognized, not so well recognized in. He was not so well recognized in Hindi, but I think he was a great poet. So his one line is मैं खुले आकाश के नीचे मरूंगा. So this poem is like a tribute to his line. सूना कमरा, मुझे सूने कमरे में मरना है. मैं अपनी दोनों बाहों में अपने बेटों का अकेलापन संभाले धीरे धीरे अंत की ओर बढ़ जाऊंगा. सूने कमरे में मेरे कदमों की आहट से शायद दीवार के पलस्तर का एक आध हिस्सा टूटकर मेरे कंधों पर गिर पड़ेगा, पर कोई और आवाज नहीं होगी. खुली किताबों के अक्षरों को चुप का इशारा करती हुई रात छुई हवा मुझे चुपचाप घेर लेगी. मैं उलट गई सांसों की आवाजों में अपने जीवन की लांछनाओं घावों को टटोलता, बचपन के अनसुलझे सवाल को दोहराता अंतिम सांस का इंतजार करूंगा. वह आएगी चमकती हुई टूटे तारे के पीछे छोटी रोशनी की तरह, और मैं उन सब को देखता जो मेरे पहले इस चमकती लकीर को देख चुके हैं. अपने में डूब जाऊंगा. मुझे सूने कमरे में बैठना है.
Translation reads, The silence of an empty room. motto is, I shall die under an open sky, by Jitendra Kumar. I want to die in the silence of an empty room, holding the loneliness of my sons in both my arms. I shall walk slowly towards my end. At the sound of my footsteps through the desolate room, a few pieces of plaster from the walls may fall on my shoulders. There will be no other sound. The wind, touched by the night, shall silently surround me and signal to those words in books to be silent. When my chest rattles and I wait for my last breath, I shall search through my life, its shame, its sorrows, and the unresolved puzzles of childhood. Death will come like a bright streak of light trailing a falling star. And like all those who have seen that sparkling line, I shall lose myself. I want to die in the silence of an empty room.
I'm now writing maybe for 40 years. And so I'm just reading 4 pieces of that long sequence. First is called Father, पिता. पिता देर रात दरवाजे पर खड़े हैं। मैं नींद में चलता दरवाजा खोलता हूँ। पीछे कहीं माँ की रोने की सरसराहट है। उसके भी पीछे बादलों की ओट में वह तितर बितर धागों की तरह फैली है। वे मेरे हाथ पर वैसे ही हाथ फेरते हैं, वे मेरे सिर पर वैसे ही हाथ फेरते हैं जैसे मरने से पहले फेरते थे। मैं उन्हें देखकर रो पड़ता हूँ। काका, मैं तुम्हें तब भी नहीं बचा पाया और अब अपनी ढेरों कविताओं में भी मैं हर बार उसी तरह विफल हो जाता हूँ। कहीं दूर से माँ की सरसराहट मेरे बहुत करीब आती है और मेरी आत्मा पर छाया की तरह फैलने लगती है।
I'd like to just announce that this poem and the next one by Udayan have just found their way in the latest volume called The Penguin Book of the Prose Poem. And I think it's a major honor to Udayan's work. Father. It's late at night. Father is standing at the door. Still half asleep, I open it. I can sense Mother's presence shuffling behind me. Even further back, in the shadows of clouds, she seems scattered like random threads. Father places his hand on my head and blesses me just as he had done before his death. When I see him, I begin to cry. Father, I couldn't save you then, and my countless poems have failed to save you once again. Somewhere far away, Mother's presence gathers close around me and surrounds my soul like a shadow.
हरी पेटी में कुआं, हरी पेटी में माँ के पैसे एक कागज के नीचे तह किए छिपे हैं। पिता काली अलमारी के सामने खड़े हैं। भाई देर रात कुएं में झांक रहा है। वह मटके के पास वह गिलास ढूंढता है जो उसे कभी नहीं मिलता। पिता खेत में लाल टमाटर देखकर खुश होते हैं। उनके पीछे घिसटता चलता है एक माली। मालिन खेत के कोने में बच्चे को काली मिट्टी पर सुला रही है। नींद में चलती माँ कुएं के पास पहुंचती है। वे एक दूसरे को पहचान नहीं पाते। कुएं में मुंह अंधेरे प्रेत पानी भरते हैं। नानी बुड़बुड़ाती है। मुझे कभी गिलास नहीं मिलता। वह गला दबाकर चीखता है। माँ जहां की तहां खड़ी रह जाती है। आंगन का हर श्रृंगार सफेद फूलों से पिता की शव को पूरी तरह ढक देता है।
Mother's money is hidden under some papers in a green box. Father stands before a dark almirah. Late at night, my brother gazes into a deep well. He searches for a glass near the earthen pot. He can never find it. Father is delighted by the red mangoes in the field. The gardener drags himself after him. The gardener's wife, sitting on the black soil, pats the child to sleep. Mother, walking in her sleep, finds her way to the well. My mother and my brother fail to recognize each other. Grandmother mumbles, "On black nights, ghosts fill water of the well." I can never find the glass, my brother screams, choking with thirst. Mother stands petrified. Father's dead body, covered with white harsh shingar flowers, lies in the courtyard.
छुरे पिता दफ्तर से घर लौट आए हैं। सड़क पर लोगों के हाथ में छुरे चमकते हैं। पिता अपने कागजों को ऊपर नीचा करते हैं। मरने से पहले वे एक दूसरे के काम आते थे। उनके कुर्ते पर कागजों से धूल की जगह शब्द गिरते हैं। सूने चौराहे पर एक बूढ़ा देर रात मूंगफली बेचता है। भाई के हाथ में बंदूक है। वे उसे बाहर जाने से रोकते हैं। पिता, मैं दरवाजे के पीछे छिप कर देखता हूँ। वे लोग दरवाजे तक आ गए हैं। विधवा माँ खाना बनाने में लगी है। छुरों की चमक से चमकते हैं पिता के कांपते हाथ। वे जोर से चीखते हैं पूरे जोर से। उन्हें डर है, वे उन्हें मार न डालें।
Knives. Father has returned from his office. Knives glitter in the hands of people in the street. Father shuffles his papers, rearranges them. Before his death, they were of some use to him. Words, instead of dust, fall from his papers, scatter on his shirt. At a deserted crossroad, an old man sells peanuts all night long. My brother has a gun in his hand. Father forbids him from stepping out of the house. I hide behind the door and watch. Men with knives arrive at our gates. My widowed mother is busy cooking in the kitchen. Light glittering off the knives falls on my father's trembling hands. He screams out aloud. He's afraid they will kill him.
This is last of the sequence. This is very right side. And that's the only difference. पिता लंबी मेज के सिरे पर बैठे कांटे छुरी से रोटी तोड़ रहे हैं। मैं उनके बगल में बैठा उनके इस कारनामे पर अचंभित होता हूँ। माँ झीने अंधेरे में डूबती खाली कमरे में बैठी है। उसकी साड़ी पर पिता की मौत धीरे धीरे फैल रही है। नाना वीरान हाथों से दीवार पर टटोलने के बाद खूंटी पर अपनी टोपी टांग देते हैं। नानी दबी आवाज में गुड़गुड़ाती है, क्या बुढ़ला फिर सो गया। मेरी माँ मेरी हट के कारण सफेद साड़ी बदलती है। पिता सड़क के मुड़ते ही आकाश की ओर मुड़ जाते हैं।
Sari. Father is sitting on a long dining table eating a roti with a knife and a fork. Fascinated, I sit beside him watching at his strange performance. Mother waits in an empty room and finely spun shadows drown her. News of father's death slowly spreads over her sari. Grandfather's lonely hands grope over the wall of the hook on which he can hang his Gandhi cap. Grandmother mumbles quietly, "Is the old man asleep again?" When I insist, mother changes her white sari. Where the road takes a sharp turn, father walks towards the sky.
This is This is another sequence of poem. It's called She. Very early in my life, married life, 2 years of it. I lost my wife, so instead of writing Requiem, I tried to recreate her because I have twin sons. So, she should be there around them. So she would be only be created in poetry, which I did. This is called She, वह मुझे बेचैन टहलता देखकर खिलखिलाकर हंस देती है। उसकी हंसी के कण उल्काओं की तरह आकाश गंगा में बिखर जाते हैं। मैं पगडंडी पर चलते चलते रुक जाता हूँ। वह कहती है, यह जानने में इतना विलंब क्यों कि यह समूचा ब्रह्मांड तुम्हारा उपहास है, कि खिलखिलाहटों के व्यूह से बाहर आने का कोई मार्ग नहीं है। भीषण उल्कापात के बीच मैं नदी में झुककर अंजुरी भर बहता जल पी लेता हूँ।
She watches me anxiously walking and laughs. Fragments of her laughter scatter like meteors across the Milky Way. I stop walking along the trail. She says, "Why is it taking you so long to see that the entire universe is a joke played on you? But there is no way out of this labyrinth of laughter." In the midst of a heavy meteor shower, I bend down by the river and drink a handful of its flowing water.
Second, this is वह दो। वह आकाश गंगा में डूबती चली जा रही है। वह अंतरिक्ष के विस्तार में घुलती चली जा रही है। वह हल्के गुलाबी नक्षत्र की छाया में बैठी मेरी राह करती है। मैं अपने आप में डूबता सा, रोजमर्रा के विवरणों में बिखरता, हल्के पीले एकांत की छाया में बैठा सा उसके आने की राह तकता हूँ। वह उठती है, मैं भी। हमारे बीच का यह अद्भुत ब्रह्मांड अपने भीतर ही कहीं धुएं सा विलीन होने लगता है। मृत्यु न चाह कर भी मुस्कुराती है।
Created by Raza. She is drowning in the Milky Way. She is dissolving in the universe's immensity. She sits under the shadow of a light pink star and waits for me. Scattered among the images of every day, almost drowning in myself, almost sitting under the shadow of a light yellow solitude, I look for a way to reach her. She gets up. I get up too. The awful universe stretches out between us, begins to dissolve somewhere in itself, like smoke. Death smiles in spite of itself.
Now this is a very longish poem. I'll read parts of it. Alok, you just read, I'll read some part, you also read parts, whatever you feel like. So this is about the city that I grew up in. The title is कैसा वह शहर। वह स्मृति और कल्पना का के गड्ढमड्ढ का शहर है, बचपन की बीहड़ उड़ानों का शहर, वात्सल्य का शहर, हर सिंगार के फूलों से अटे आंगन का शहर, पिता के विषम आनंद और नानी की कठोरता का शहर, नाना और माँ के घरों के बीच नदी की तरह बहती सड़क को बार बार नंगे पैर पार करने का शहर। वह विस्मय का शहर है जहाँ मरने के बाद भी किसी मोड़ पर किसी राहगीर को पिता दिख जाते हैं। वह मृत्यु का शहर है, मृत्यु के बाद के जीवन का शहर, अभाव का शहर, अभाव के रूपांतरण का शहर, वह अपने आप में हमेशा के लिए खो गया शहर, कैंटोनमेंट की लंबी सूनी धूल भरी सड़कों का शहर, पुरुषोत्तम की साइकिल में उलझकर पैर जख्मी कर लेने का शहर, पीली कोठी के सामने की पहाड़ी पर बने एकांतिक होटल के समोसों के स्वाद का शहर, मंजू प्रसाद की कम कद गोल चेहरे और अमरिंदर कौर की दो लंबी चोटियों का शहर, मैडम वागले की उदास आंखों और बारिश में भीगते तंबुओं में लगे स्कूल का शहर, अनंत चतुर्दशी के दिन जैन मंदिर में बढ़ते शक्कर के लड्डुओं और घर में बनते वर्षगांठ की बुलबुलों का शहर, वनस्पति शास्त्र के अध्यापक डाकवाले की पेनी आवाज और लंबे हाथों का शहर, अपने ही घर के बरामदे में नंदी की तरह बैठे बुजुर्ग बख्शियों का शहर। लंबी है, I just leave it here.
This one is translated by Krishna Baldev. He calls it that vibrant city. That medley of memory and imagination, the city of wild fantasies of childhood, the city of affection, the city of courtyards bursting with harshing heart flowers, the city of fathers' mad furies and the 70s of grandma, the city of grandpas and the ma's home on the opposite bank of the street, turned into a rivulet again and again by my bare feet. The city of marvels where a passerby can encounter my father after his death, the city of death, of life after death. The city of wants and absences, the city of transformations of wants and absences, the city thoroughly lost in its own self, the city of the cantonment's long dusty roads, the city where one can be entangled in Purushottam's cycle and wound one's feet, the city of the tiny height of Manju Prasad and her round face, and Arminder Kaur's 2 long ponytails, the city of Madame Wagner's sad eyes and the tented school drenched in the rain, the city of yellow mansions facing the solitary hill on the hill famous for its samosas, the city of the distribution of sugar laddus and the Jain temple and frying dumplings at home on the day of Ananta Chaturdashi, the city of the teacher of botany, botany's far-reaching voice and long hands, the city of the elderly Bakshis sitting in the veranda of their own house like so many Nandi bulls, the city where mother got dissolved in the domestic air, the city of obscure quatrains of Ramcharitamanas, the city where one is wondering about oneself. Who is it who talks and talks? Who is sleeping beside Ma? The city of twilights in which brothers' restlessness increases and intensifies. The city of...
This is the last poem, Begana. मैं अपने अतीत में अपने अंतहीन, मुझे अपने अतीत में अपने अंतहीन जन्म दिखते हैं। भविष्य में लगातार होती मेरी मृत्युएं, इन जन्मों और मृत्युओं के बीच में इस तरह जीवित हूँ कि कभी एक तरफ देखता हूँ, कभी कहीं और, कभी मृत्यु की आंखों में झांकता हूँ, कभी जन्म की किलकारी सुनता हूँ, कभी मृत्यु को जन्म से पहले देख लेता हूँ, कभी मृत्यु के बाद एक और मृत्यु और उसके बाद 3-4 लगातार जन्म लेता रहता हूँ। कई बार ये दोनों ही साथ चले आते हैं और मुझे चकित देख अट्टहास करते हैं। कई बार वे अपने चेहरे आपस में बदल लेते हैं और मैं सिर पटकता रह जाता हूँ कि मृत्यु अपना कोई नया चेहरा लगाए है या उसने जन्म का चेहरा पहन लिया है, कि मृत्यु जन्म का भेष रखकर मेरी ओर चली आ रही है या कि मृत्यु के शरीर में ही मेरा जन्म हो रहा है। इन भ्रमों से घबराकर मैं आंखें बंद कर लेता हूँ, वर्तमान की तनी हुई रस्सी पर चलता हूँ और संसार से बेगाना बना रहता हूँ।
A stranger. This one I have translated. Born an infinite number of times. Born in the infinite number of times in the past, I shall die again and again in the future. Living between these births and deaths, I search here and there, search everywhere. Sometimes I look into the eyes of death, sometimes I hear the cry of a new birth, sometimes I know I shall die even before I am born, and sometimes after my death I see another death, and beyond that many births and rebirths. Sometimes birth and death arrive at the same time, and when they see me surprised, they laugh and mock me. Sometimes they interchange their faces, and I am bewildered. Has death a new mask, or birth a new face? Is death coming for me in the guise of birth, or do I die when I am born? Terrified and confused, I close my eyes and walk like a stranger on the tightrope of time.
Thank you. Thank you.
all the poets on the stage for such a generously shared morning of poetry. As I said, I'm an interloper in this space. This is not at all my area of expertise, but it does evoke a primary question from within. How is it that how do we respond to art as compared to how do we respond to spoken poetry? What is the emotional response, so to speak, the affective response, the intellectual response, which is the difference or the similarity, the intimate difference and the intimate distance, if you like, between these two arts. And I think what Raza Foundation has done, I mean, you look at this and you see immediately on a program for poetry, you have a work of art. But you also start to understand, at least in my own mind I did today, an understanding of why so many artists are poets and so many poets are so sensitive to art and are writers, as are among the panel today. I just want to make a few general observations, and I think it's no coincidence that this first Poetry Biennale brings together two kinds of aesthetic lines of it, which are very critical to the way India has been politically shaped, and certainly the situation we are in now. So it coincides with the death anniversary of Mirza Ghalib, 15 February, celebrated poet of Delhi, who also had to contend with British rule, the rule of the patron who was principally the Nawab of Rampur, penury, power, issues of patronage, and of course artistic freedom. Also in Ghalib we have a debt to the language of Urdu, which so many of us see as a primary poetic language of North India and have reveled in it or grown up with it and are deeply indebted to it. And this event seems to, accidentally or deliberately, I'm sorry I missed the first day's proceedings, but certainly it seems to touch upon this. The other element, of course, is Bach, the choice of your name of Bach, the goddess of speech, the creator of the alphabet, the creator of meter, the inspiration of music and rhythm, Bach as Devi, and Bach as feminized, to locate poetry within the feminine arts. And in the Rig Veda of 1750 BC, the goddess Bach says, in manifold places the gods divide me who dwells in many abodes, causing me to penetrate many regions. What are these many regions if not this landscape of Asia, which has been so richly excavated this morning? Laos, Cambodia, Armenia, and India. These are poets which have worked against and with a memory and a background of revolution, war, dramatic change in terms of the landscape, intense migrations. Certainly in India, we know that India is the country which has the second largest internal migration after China. And the constant negotiation of the place of the individual and society. At the same time, these are fabled locations, the lands of the East, the Oriental, and these of course excite the imagination. It would be very, very difficult for me to make any kind of a summation of the kind of work that has been presented. But, and I think I'll just quote from one or two responses of other critics and writers, certainly to Uday Vajpayee and Sitanshu Yashishchandra Sahab, because these are texts that we had access to. Let me put that to you. So Deepak Mehta, writing in The Revolt That Failed, a survey of Gujarati literature, wrote that in the 60s and 70s, the voices of Suresh Joshi, Labh Shankar Thakur, and Sitanshu Mehta Sahab were bold and experimental in their choices of creative poetry. Especially referring to Mehta, he says, of these poets, the works of Sitanshu Yashishchandra are the most interesting, not only from the poetic point of view, but also from the point of view of a poet's underground connection with the social medium. On the surface, his poems do not seem to have much connection with social reality, but his choice of word and phrase, his use of medieval verse and narrative forms, his employment of the delicate nuances and varying intonations of the spoken language, and his almost consistent use of local myths in his longer poems all make it evident that the poet is being nourished by a rich and powerful undercurrent flowing from the collective. And this is important because it hints at the quality of the surreal, which is so evident in his, especially in the first poem on fire, and fire as devastation. And I'll just stick to this point before coming to Uday and Vajpayee. What was so striking in the presentations that we had this morning is this arc. I won't even call it a rainbow arc because it's an arc that festers sometimes between the personal and the political, and the movement from the intense locations of memory, Uday and Vajpayee, Sudhanshu Yashish Chandra, yourself, of childhood, of the holding on to memory of certain nostalgia, but also then the knives on the streets, the landscapes which are being consumed by the devastations of these fires, and this explosive image of the parrots that swarm into the air, but as they're caught into the flames, then they fall as grey stones. These are the landscapes of our times, and these are the landscapes of Asia. In your poem, the reference to the poverty, the worker on the construction site, the dust, the garbage, the lack of hygiene, and of course the persistence of love through all of this great turmoil. I was especially moved by that was Cheng Li Yang's reference that I wanted to give, and Hasmik, your poems were the wonderful prose construction, but the poetic metaphors that you evoke, and the idea of the unborn revolution, particularly in your part of the world, Armenia, which has multiple revolutions. You said that there was a very intimate relationship between the poem and the revolution. What about society like ours in India, where we seem to produce poems and no revolutions? Or we have silent revolutions or revolutions in waiting? I'm not sure. But there seems to be this intimate relationship between this wonderful pregnant body which comes back again and again, and then it must deliver, because these are time-bound, violent kinds of provocations. The poems of Uday and Vajpayee are deeply moving and move between surrealism, abstraction, a personal narrative, and certainly very powerful evocations of what it means to be perhaps a middle-class family today, which is the threat of the movement of the inner and the outer, the father confronting the knives on the streets. This is a very powerful, emotive sort of metaphor for the way the threat of the imploding surround, so to speak, can affect the individual. I wanted to read what you had written, Uday and Vajpayee, on the abstract, because that is an area that you so swiftly are able to enter in your writing, and this is seems to be temporarily lost. Yes. In 2017, in fact, in a talk organized by Raza Foundation on abstraction in art, so the address was to art, but if we can now apply this to poetry, where you say, in art you don't start with an idea, you seek the truth. In India, all our traditions are in fact abstract. It becomes dangerous when you start to literalize traditions, you lose the truth. And I think this is one of the most fundamental sort of issues of what do you do with cultural property, what do you do with cultural evocations, what do you do with cultural expression, where do you create a space which is neither literal nor fixed, but flowing and in between, and it has a freedom to form itself, to mutate, to assume different kinds of identities and certainly different kinds of voices, and that we saw such an abundance of today. And then you've been a strong advocate of other kinds of energy, certainly within poetry. So to quote you again, at the Raza Biennale of Indian Poetry 2017, poetry activates and makes vital the conscience, and unlike politics, does not allow one to surrender morality to a generalized sense of ethics, beauty, and consciousness. Poetry, by its being, proposes and evokes morality in the reader. Being conscious of the individually subjective nature of dispositions, inclinations, and aesthetic conceptions, is what sets apart all artists, including poets. We have this moment of the poet being the singular figure in Indian society. We had this with the Award Vapsi event, where in protest against several sets of government policies, artists returned their awards, as did poets, led by Ashok Vajpayee Sahab and others. And now, more recently, the return of perhaps the Bharat Ratna, or at least the mention of protest against the giving of the highest award in the country, and the protest from the voice of the poet. And it is this that pits the poet against a great history and or an unfolding history, which really becomes the mark of our times. So thank you all for your attention, and thank you for having me here today.
Thank you, Gayatri ma'am. With this, we conclude the morning session of Raza Biennale of Asian Poetry. We now move towards lunch, and we should be back by 2 p.m. for the 6th session of the day, which will be chaired by Apurvananji, and we shall have Chabravanmo from Bhutan, Zibo Mirzaiva from Uzbekistan, Norman Shok from India, and Asad Zairiji from India for the 6th session. We begin the 6th session. May I kindly invite Chabravanmo from Bhutan, Zibo Mirzaiva from Uzbekistan, Norman Shok from India, and Asad Zairiji from India to come on stage to begin the poetry session. This session will be chaired by eminent writer and intellectual philosopher, Mr. Apurvanand. May I kindly request him to take his place on the stage, and the mic and the voice now belong to him. Before we begin the session, I would like to inform you that we have succeeded in merging the next session with this. So T, which was first scheduled for 4, it happened after the concluding session, which is the conversation on violence and poetry, which will be chaired by Mr. Ramesh Jahavedi.
for her love for literature. She lives in Thimphu. Most welcome, and please.
Zambola, that's how we greet in Bhutan. Thank you so much, Ashokji and the Raza Foundation for having me here. Much as I am proud to be here, it's taking time for me to go around and to tell people what Bhutan is and where Bhutan is. This morning I was sitting with a friend from Singapore and 2 friends from China over breakfast, and I had a lot of explanations to do. But whatever explanations I did, it always boils down to the fact that Bhutan is a country of happiness. And our Chinese friends, they laughed and they said, oh, so Bhutan is so happy that the child, when a child is born, do they come out laughing? Yeah. And later on, I went to my room and then I realized that all of the poems that I have selected to be read out here has no happiness in it. It's all sad poems, I realized. But then I must tell you, poetry means different things for different people. For me, poetry has always been my sanctuary. I have gone through many ups and downs in my life, and always I have found my way out through poetry. So I would like to begin by reading out my first poem, which is titled Raining in My Bag. There was a woman in the town where I once lived. Hair unkempt, face unwashed, body reeking of alcohol. She walked about, a handbag slung over her drooping shoulder, and she would sing, "It's raining in my bag." She moved around aimlessly, slept on the cold cement, and bellowed in filthy drains with that handbag slung over her drooping shoulder, singing, "It's raining in my bag." People called her names, just like somebody mentioned yesterday, that his whole family is mad. So likewise, people called her names, psycho, crack, mad. She went by all names. And she always had that handbag slung over her drooping shoulder as she sang, "It's raining in my bag." One cold, full moon night, I saw her talking, singing, and laughing wholeheartedly, her handbag in her hand, facing her smiling face. Next day, the townspeople all gathered round the drain, stood looking at the woman whose bag lay on the sidewalk, overlooking her cold, lifeless body. And she sang that song no more, no more. It's raining in my bag. I stood facing the handbag, her untold stories, her locked up memories had indeed been raining in that bag, the bag that slung over her drooping shoulder as she sang, "It's raining in my bag."
झोली में बरसात। एक औरत थी उसी शहर में जहां कभी मैं रहती थी। केश बिखरे मैले अस्त व्यस्त, देह शराब की बू से पस्त, वो भटकती फिरती अपने ढल के कंधों से एक झोली लटकाए और गाती रहती थी, बरसे मेघ मेरी झोली में। वो भटकती फिरती बेमकसद ठंडे सीमेंट पर ही सोई पाई जाती, भद्दी नालियों में लिथड़ लौटती, लिए वही एक झोली लटकाए अपने ढल के कंधों पर, गाती जाती, बरसे मेघ मेरी झोली में। लोग धरते नाम कितने, ताने देते, झल्ली, क्रैक, पागल, ये सारे नाम उसके ही ठहराए गए थे, पर उसकी सुनी सदा अनसुनी रही। बस पास उसके सदा से थी वो एक झोली, उसके ढलके झुके कंधों से लटकी और वो गाती रहती, बरसे मेघ मेरी झोली में। एक पूरे चांद की ठिठुरती रात देखा मैंने उसे बतियाते गाते और हंसते मन प्राण से अपनी झोली लिए थी हाथ में, मुस्कुराती निहारती थी कुछ। दिन दूसरे शहरी कितने सारे उस नाली को घेरे खड़े ताकते थे उस औरत को, जिसकी झोली पड़ी हुई थी सड़क किनारे, ठीक उसकी बेजान ठंडी देह के पीछे। अब वो कोई गीत नहीं गा रही थी, अब कभी नहीं, बरसे मेघ मेरी झोली में। मैं खड़ी उस झोली को निहारती, अनकही कहानियां उसकी घुटी कैद स्मृतियां वाकई बरसती रहती थीं उस झोली में। वो झोली जो लटकी रही उसके ढलके कंधों से जब वो गाती जाती थी, बरसे मेघ मेरी झोली में। अनुवाद अपर्णा अनेकन।
काश मैं भी लिख सकती। I feel like I'm more of a storyteller than a poet, because as I was introduced, you came to know that I have written 15 books up till now, and the first anthology of my poetry came out very recently only, so I'm more of a storyteller than a poet. So the next poem that I'm going to read, I was trying to make connections between the poems that I'm reading. So the first one is a woman who has lost all senses, and I was trying to think, why, what happened to her? So maybe it could be something like what I'm going to read next. Women have many roles to play, many avatars, and sometimes compelled by society, compelled by many other stuff, they'll end up taking decisions like throwing out their unborn baby. So the next poem is titled The Abandoned Fetus. I screamed in frightening tremor. I screamed with all my mind. I don't know how you couldn't hear it. My scream continues to float in your bloodstream. I left a few minutes ago. And I continue to scream there as I now lay bundled up in that garbage can.
रात भ्रूण। मैं चीख पड़ी थी, एक भयावह कंपन में मैं चीख रही थी अपनी पूरी ताकत से। मुझे नहीं पता कैसे भला तुम उसे सुन ही ना सके। मेरी चीख अब भी तैर रही है तुम्हारी उन्हीं रक्त नलिकाओं में, जिन्हें छोड़ मैं कुछ क्षण पहले जा चुकी, और मैं अब भी वहीं चीख रही हूँ, जबकि मैं पड़ी हुई हूँ एक कचरे की पेटी में, बंधी हुई तुड़ी मुड़ी सिकुड़ी।
The next poem, if I land up crying in between, please forgive me. I wrote this in 2012 when I was taking care of my mother who was suffering from cancer. And by the time she was diagnosed with cancer, we came to know that it was the last stage. So there was no treatment for her. And I wrote this in two phases. The first phase was when I was with her. And I finished the poem after she left us. And as you know, as Buddhists, after the death, we cremate the body and we throw the ashes in the river. And I did that in August of 2012. The poem is titled My Little Bird. Fly away, my little bird, fly away. Wings clipped with elements strong, caged in the bars of false hopes and unseen miracles. Fly away, little bird, fly away. Choose your sky, your painless freedom. Glide in glee, flap in jubilation. Get a real life. Alas, today my little bird has left her cage. Where she flies, I know not. I seek her in the narrow lanes of the street she walked. I listened to soft melodies of songs she connected to. I cast fleeting glances in the empty blue sky. But my little bird now flows with forceful currents of summer's swollen river, charred and burned. Come back, little bird. Pray come back. come back to sing me songs, come back to give me life for one more time. Thank you.
मेरी नन्ही पाखी, उड़ जा नन्ही पाखी दूर कहीं, पंख कतरे हैं व्याधि के बल में, व्यर्थ आशाओं और अनदेखे चमत्कारों के सलाखों में कैद है। जा उड़ जाना नन्ही पाखी दूर कहीं, चुन ले अपना आसमान, पीड़ा से परे आजादी का उल्लास में होते लगा, उत्सव में फड़फड़ा एक जीवन सचमुच का तू पाले। आह, मेरी नन्ही पाखी ने छोड़ दिया पिंजरा को, और कहाँ को वो चली मैं नहीं जानती।